Hi. So in this video, we're going to be working with complex fraction. A complex fraction, as you can see, is a fraction involving two other fractions, or at least one or more fraction, right? As you can see, the numerator and denominator of this fraction is are fractions, right? So when we are working with complex fraction, we're just going to multiply the numerator of the fraction on top. That's the denominator of the fraction on the bottom, and then do the same with the denominator of the fraction on top times the numerator of the one and two. And I'm going to show you why. So this is going to be 8 divided by x squared, right? And as we know, x cannot equal to 0, right? And I'm going to show you why, right? So I can rewrite that fraction as 1x divided by x over 8, right? And we know that when we divide fraction, we're keeping the first one, we're change it to multiplication and flipping the second one. And as you can see, I'm just multiplying a times 1, x times x. So again, numerator, that's the numerator. So this is 25x squared divided by denominator times numerator, so x plus 1 squared, right? We know that x plus 1 cannot equal to 0, so x cannot equal to negative 1. Now, on this one, first of all, I'm going to start by simplifying on top before I multiply. So I'm simplifying on top. So as you see, my common denominator here is 9, so I'm going to multiply this fraction times 3. So this is the same as 4 9 plus 3 9s divided by x squared. So 7 9 divided by x squared, right? So remember that down here we have a 1, so 7 times 1 is 7, 9 times x squared is 9x squared, where x cannot equal to 0. Again, my common factor here is x squared. My least common multiple, my common denominator is x squared. So I'm multiplying this fraction times x. So I have x plus 1 divided by x squared minus, that minus is very important. Remember that this is very important here. So x squared plus x divided by x squared. Everything divided by x plus 1. So now I have x minus x is 0, right? And 1 minus, I don't have a common like term with 1, and I don't have a like term with negative x, so I have a negative x squared plus 1 divided by x squared, everything divided by x plus 1. Okay, so again, I'm multiplying the numerator times the denominator, so that means that is negative x squared plus 1 divided by, and I'm multiplying those two, so x squared times x plus 1. Now, I'm going to simplify that fraction before, right? So I know, first of all, that x cannot equal to 0 or cannot equal to negative 1. Now, I can factor a negative up here, so I'm going to have x squared minus 1 divided by x squared times x plus 1. Now, I can also factor that negative x squared, so I have, or x squared minus 1, so I have x minus 1, x plus 1, everything divided by x squared plus x plus 1. And now I can cancel this 2, so I have negative x plus 1 divided by x squared. The next one, now I have to simplify on both parts, right? Right here, my common factor is just 4 times 9, so that means that I'm multiplying times 9, and here times 4 times 4. On the denominator, my common denominator is going to be u plus 4 times 3, so u plus 4 here, and 3 over here. So I have 135 divided by 36 minus 64 divided by 36 over 5u plus 20 divided by 3u plus 12 divided by 3u plus 12. So here I'm distributing right here and right there. So right here I have 135 minus 64 equals 71 divided by 36. Everything divided by 5u plus 12, or 32, sorry, divided by 3u plus 12. So now again, multiplying numerator times the denominator down here. So 71 times 3u plus 12. And then denominator times, so 36, 5u plus 32. Now, right here on this one, it's a little bit different. My exclusion, right? Because 3u plus 12, I have to exclude it also. Why? Because in this point right here, I have it on the denominator. So that means that from here, 3u equals negative 12 divided by 3. So u cannot equal to negative 4. And down here, 5u plus 32 equals 0. 5u equals negative 32 divided by 5. So that means that u cannot equals negative 32 over 5. Right? Now, I'm going to continue simplifying here. So 71 times 3. But before I continue, as you can see here, I have a common factor of 3. I'm going to simplify that first. So it's easier for us to simplify the fraction at the end. So if I take out that common factor, I have 3u plus 4 divided by 36, 5u plus 32. Right? Now I can simplify this 36 with that 3. So this becomes a 12. So I have 71u. Now I'm going to distribute the 71 plus 284 divided by 60u plus 384.